Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 11th episode of Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Carnival Cruising related. My name is Trevor Shelby, and joining me on this cruising adventure is my good friend, Thomas Kennedy.
Happy birthday to Carnival. Hey, yeah. Happy birthday to Carnival. Hey, yeah. Happy birthday to Carnival. It's not for another week, though. Happy birthday to Carnival.
Oh my gosh, that brought tears to my eyes. He'll be here all week, folks.
Oh,
yeah. This
I'm about to quit my day job too.
Are you? Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody
do
should
this
alert
full
them.
time. Oh god.
But yeah, this has been a pretty good week for us podcast wise. This we've had some pretty good numbers recently. And so last episode was our biggest episode ever. So there you go.
And if you haven't listened to it, it's amazing.
It is amazing. And if you have listened to it, go
listen
back
to it again
and re-listen to it. That's the key there. So everyone told us, once you hit that 10th episode, that's when we were big time. So I guess we're big time now. I don't know. So
I didn't know that was what
they said. That's what they said.
But what did we say?
Oh, we say that we're still small potatoes, but it's all okay. It's all okay. We are doing great. How has your week been so far?
Well, I worked and I had to actually go back into the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to go back 3 days a week and work from home too.
Yeah. Well, I have been in the office quite a bit, seeing that they've had me come back. So I have no more staying at home for me, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay.
I'm okay. I enjoy, waking up at, 7:15 and logging in at 7:30.
Yeah. That's always a nice one. Today, we got a pretty good episode lined up for everybody. We've got some questions. We got a little bit of news. We got some fun stuff in the pipeline here. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go to the news.
All right. So in following with the CDC's lowering of the alert levels into level 3, Carnival has eased up on the masking and will now masking is now recommended but not required.
Yeah.
And also, if you are boosted, you get an extra day before the cruise. So you got 3 days to test.
Yes. Those are the two big ones. The last couple of weeks have been real big with news, with people being allowed to smoke in casinos again, which love it or hate it, it's happening. Being able to mask up if you wish to or not, and then the whole extra day to test. So it's pretty interesting.
Carnival did end up joining the voluntary cruise order. So,
yes. Whatever that does.
Just because they lowered the expectations, it's going to be easier for them to be excellence, COVID excellence, basically.
Yes. So there you go. We want to excel in everything that we do. And when we're Carnival cruising, we want to excel as well. Maybe even so well that we're excelling with the CDC.
Yeah. So
I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying either.
So looking at it this way, you've got a cruise coming up.
Yeah.
How do you feel about yourself cruising, masked, unmasked, inside the casino, outside the casino, inside areas? What are you thinking?
I feel great about it. I mean, I just, one of the reasons why we're recording, this late is because last week I got my booster shot, which made me feel kind of woozy.
Yes.
And so, I feel really good about it because, I'm boosted. I can go and test, I'm not gonna be scurrying around because I'm leaving on Friday, so I can go Wednesday or Thursday to get tested.
Yeah.
So, and whenever, Thursday I should be packing, even though, most people start packing like weeks ago from what I've read.
Yeah, there were, especially those first timers, they get real excited and they start packing. I did hear a very funny comedian. Actually, it was last night, and he was talking about drunk packing, which is something that I think that we're more closer to now. Where
Yeah, yeah.
he said that he's like, drunk packing is like this. So you go in, you get your bag out, and then you look at your clothes. You grab one pair of socks, throw them in. Grab one pair of underwear, throw them in. Then you grab 8 bow ties, throw those in. I was like, this is great. So, yeah, I think it's
8
closer
bow
to where we're at.
ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's more where we're at.
I mean, there
But
was a cruise that I did actually forget socks.
yeah, well, if you got flip flops, you're doing pretty good. So,
Yeah,
except
except for when you're walking around Galveston in flip flops, and
yeah,
you really use some comfortable shoes.
or the elegant nights.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that too.
So yeah, but I feel pretty good about it. I still feel like, if I'm going to go to the shows or if I'm going to be somewhere where I know there's going to be a lot of people around me, I'm still going to mask up.
Well, they did say, it is highly, highly recommended in like the theaters and someplace
Right.
where you're going to be close to someone that you do still mask up, but it's strictly up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just my personal thing. But the outside, you could already take your mask off, so that's great. The testing extra day is great for the boosted people. So, anyways, so our first topic today is the 50th anniversary, the thing we sang about just a few
Just,
moments ago.
yeah. Happy birthday, 50th anniversary on March 5th, which is the week after this comes out.
Yeah.
But
So
still,
they have done several of these cruises where it's kind of like the celebration,
yeah.
and they are doing some old kind of kickback things and kind of bringing back some old throwback stuff,
drinks and
events.
one night in the MDR, they're going to do menu of just strictly old favorites from Carnival.
Yeah, I don't think running aground is part of it.
I hope not.
Or hitting a sandbar.
I mean,
I don't think that's a part of it. But that would be pretty throwback. I mean, think about it, Carnival.
If the Mardi Gras was going out of Miami, then there could be a good chance of it.
Yeah, there'd be a chance. So
unless they remove that sandbar.
Yeah. So, they may have dredged it down or something. I don't know. They weren't the only ship that hit it. So yeah. But yeah, no, they got a bunch of throwbacks and a bunch of stuff going on. One cruise that I actually seriously looked into, I almost pulled the trigger on, was they were doing a ship meetup celebration thing.
They're doing that on all the ships that are leaving on the 5th.
Yeah. And I thought that was just freaking awesome.
And actually, that was my plan when I booked the cruise that I'm going on, was to go on that one. But some things were brought up, and I was like, okay, well, we'll do this one then.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you changed, though. I'm glad you changed.
No, you're not.
I am, because if you didn't change, then there would be no chance of us running into have luggage will travel.
Will travel, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Our new friends from across the pond, well, in another state, and
across the Mississippi.
Across the Mississippi. And yeah, so it's a good deal. So I'm glad you changed.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a fun cruise anyway. But
yes. I'm totally jealous.
They won't have your skeet shooting or your golf your driving range. But and then you wanted to talk about the different types of cruises they had.
Yes, as our next topic. Yes. Yes, I felt like it's about time we addressed what other types of cruises there are. Well, now the one thing that we've covered pretty typically is just a regular cruise that you could book. All of these are cruises that you could book, but they're kind of a little different.
And the reason why we're bringing this up is because something was brought to our attention last week, and
Yes.
it's ending soon because it's a 2-week cruise, a charter cruise at that, of a bunch of nudists.
Yes, the nudist cruise. It's happening now.
It's a private charter, so unless you have an in, you can't be on it.
Yeah.
But so I really
we're
hope
putting
they
it out there
sanitize
now
that ship.
that we want our in. So we could really regret that statement, though.
Yeah,
we might see some nightmarish things. So,
yeah. But I really hope they sanitize the NDR chairs on that ship.
So so there are different types of cruises. Like we just brought up, there's charter cruises. So that's pretty much where somebody books the whole boat and they've got a plan. So I think you can go as far as kind of customizing within reason where you're going, what your ports of call are, and everything like that. So
I think mainly if the port is open, you can go.
Yeah. And so the kind of the cool thing about it is you can be themed. So you're looking at the nudist cruise, or I know that there's a YouTuber cruise that's coming up. I saw that posted. It was a charter that's coming up. Some YouTubers have got it together, and they have like 400 rooms booked up on some boat, and I guess it's pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah.
So,
and then
that was pretty neat.
Then you've got John Heald's special cruise for influencers and podcasters and stuff.
Yeah, and I think that and it may not be with Carnival, but I think like Cruise Critic and a few others do their own version of their cruise. I don't know if it's with Carnival or not. I don't have a clue, but that's pretty cool. So those are like special ones. You either have to be invited or you have to know when you're booking into that. So they may have a special person you contact or something like that to get in on those. The other types of cruises is like my wife is going on here in May, is a type of working cruise. And what that is she has to get so many continuing education credits to continue being a licensed therapist. So they have put together a working cruise where they basically they sit in all these classes and they get all their education credits. And so her company that she's with actually pays her to go. So
I still think that her having to deal with us should be her continuing education.
Yeah, it probably should be. But the this one, I love it because the last time we did this, everyone's real professional in the beginning of the week. They're all dressed up, khakis, a nice little button-up shirt, and I would take her to her class in the morning. And by the end of the week, I swear, all of them are in like flip-flops and shorts. Some of them might be in swimming wear, and like half the room has an alcoholic drink in their hands. So it's great, and I'm just like, wow, this is something else.
It's like those continuing education credits that I used to get when I was a pharmacy tech. They'd have them at a steakhouse and drinks were included.
Yeah,
we'd just be sitting there just drinking away. I don't remember half of the stuff that I learned.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, she gets to go to that one. It's pretty much for free, so we're getting paid back on that one. And the cool thing about it, you know, Carnival, it's double occupancy, so I get to go. I get to be the tag along, which I'm totally down. It bumps up. It's very convenient. Bumps up against our other cruise, so we could basically doing a back to back. So
And conveniently adds 5 days to your count.
yeah, I love it. I love it. Anyways, so the other types of cruises, they have journey cruises,
Yep.
which are they're ones you can book these online
Yeah.
regularly. You'll see them. You'll see it say Carnival like Magic, and it'll say
And then it's like Journey
Journeys.
Cruise.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so they are like special cruises that are kind of like geared for just being like they're like destination cruises. Like,
Those are the longer cruises as well. There's
yes, I believe they're
generally
10
like
days
10
plus.
days. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like the Trans-Pacific down back from whenever they start going to Australia again is going to be a journey cruise.
Yes.
It's going to take like 3 weeks.
A lot of the cool stuff is like you're stopping at ports that you don't typically stop at. They do their own version of like throwback days, and I actually have a list of throwback events if you want me to run through these real quick.
Go for it, man.
Okay. 50s dance class. Okay. And I'm not going to read the descriptions. That's pretty
So they have a sock hop night where they're like
they have Back to the 50s cruise show. So it's a fabulous 50s show, I guess. At the Hop deck party, and it's a continuation of the Back to the 50s show, which is a sock hop show. The Throwback Sea Day, it's they turn it back to the 1980s, they say. So it's old style 1987. Everything, the old fun times is 1987 style. And they even do something with the fun app, it says, the hub app, it says.
you
So
talk like it's that's a long time ago. I mean, it's only like what, 10 years?
yeah. The dive-in movies is all 80s inspired. So
Back to the Future.
Exactly. They have Back to the Future and Raiders of the Lost Ark on here.
Oh, sweet.
They do 80s 1980s trivia challenge, 80s dance class, horse racing, a traditional activity enjoyed by our guests in the 80s, which
I've actually done one of those.
Have you?
Very cool. On the Magic, and I won a bottle of champagne.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it says 6 wooden horses light up the starting line of the track. With a roll of the dice, the horses move forward. First one to reach the finish line is the winner. Very cool.
And I was the winner.
Let's see. They have a ping pong bathing suit challenge. I don't.
What?
Huh?
What?
That's what it says. Ping pong bathing suit challenge. It says dive in and collect the most ping pong balls in your bathing suit in an allotted amount of time, and whoever gets the most is the winner. There's another one called Aqua Frog Racing. So it's one of the most exciting activities of the day. Purchase a frog for $5. Decorate him or her if you choose to race them across the pool.
Okay.
Are they real frogs?
I hope not.
Are you decorating a real frog?
I hope they're just like little toy frogs.
Yeah. There's a captain's cocktail party, variety show, 80s night at the disco, and fun photo booths. Very cool. Everything's 80 themed except for the couple of 50s themes, which I think is funny that they do 50s themed stuff when like Carnival wasn't even a thing then. I hope they do a Journeys cruise at some point.
I mean, that wasn't even on a Journeys cruise. That was just on a regular cruise.
Yeah.
But I am kind of peeved that they say that, so that 1987 is a throwback. I mean, that was not that long ago.
It's longer than you think.
I mean, I was 12. Gosh.
Yeah. And you're like 50 now.
No, wait a minute. I was 11. Yeah. I was born in 76. So, yeah, I'm not 50.
Oh, it's really funny. So
I hate you sometimes.
yeah, I know. The other thing, the other type of cruise that there is out there in the world is theme cruises. And I believe Carnival had another word for this back before COVID, and I can't remember. It was pretty much when they had like, like certain rock bands or
well, they had a Kiss cruise.
yeah,
On
and that's
Carnival.
pretty much the theme. It's going to be like whatever the band is or whatever the big act that they got for the cruise.
Yeah,
it's going to be there. They don't have any scheduled right now. I was looking for some good examples, but the only thing that I found in the past was kind of like the rock the boat type stuff or whatever it's called. Very cool. Those are the different types of cruises. And yeah, so when you're booking your cruise in the future, if you want to do something different, want to do something special, look at those journey cruises. That's something that I'm going to look into in the future because I'm kind of getting into where I like to do over 10 days. So yeah, I'm gonna start looking into that.
Yeah, I might.
I gotta make my push to diamond, man.
I've since I've got, I can only roll over so many hours now. I got to start like thinking about doing multiple weeks at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, might be able to work that out. So
who knows? Maybe. Question time. Okay, this one comes in from actually John Hill's page. Someone was actually saying that was asking if they could have the room steward not make towel animals for them. Who doesn't like towel animals? I mean, for crying out loud.
Okay.
Now,
so these people don't like towel animals.
They don't like towel animals.
How can you not like the towel animals?
Don't ask me.
Okay.
I'm
well, that's weird.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's. I mean, I already know John Hill's done a poll on this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
I personally love the towel animals.
Yeah. There's no hate here for towel animals. You're not going to find it here. If you're just against them doing it, just tell your room steward, "Hey, I don't want a towel animal. You don't have to bother." So yeah. They'll either remember.
I don't like fun, so
yeah. Can you make this just as unfun as possible?
I'm just a stick in the mud.
What if they have some kind of like weird fear of like stuffed animals? Like every time they would walk into their room, they'd just be like, ah!
Then just rip its head off. Oh, wait a minute.
They're like throwing it off their balcony.
Wow.
Oh.
Our next question comes from Shannon. Which would you rather do, an Eastern Caribbean or Western Caribbean cruise? Eastern Caribbean is like Cozumel, Grand,
Belize,
Honduras, all those. Western would be Bahamas, St. Thomas, St. Martin, Key West, all those.
Yeah. So here's my take on cruising in the Caribbean. I don't care. I really don't. I've been on 10 cruises, all of them in the Caribbean. I haven't been to some of the like St. Kitts, and I haven't been to a lot of those, but I've been to the Bahamas more times than I care to admit. I've been to Key West, and I could go to Key West. If I went on a cruise, a 5-day cruise that went to Key West, and Key West, I would love it. But also on the other side, I love Cozumel. I absolutely adore Belize. So I mean, like,
You
I don't
guys
have
adored Belize so much that you considered buying property.
no, yeah, no. I am in a group, Facebook group that is all about moving to Belize. It's called Belize Expats, and it's all it is about questions about moving to Belize. I know more about moving to Belize than I do any other country right now. So I love it. I There is a chance in my future I'll be living there. So
I mean, most of our cruises have been Eastern Caribbean or Western Caribbean. I'm sorry. Eastern is of course, is St. Thomas and St. Martin and stuff. Um, we have been to Bahamas and Jamaica. I mean, since we've already done this side of the Caribbean, I would really like to do the other side.
yeah,
Like going to Puerto Rico, going to Cuba and St. Martin, St. Kitts, St. Lucia,
yeah,
all the
and
saints.
yeah, exactly. No, I feel you there. In the future, I want to start looking at cruises that are going to places I haven't really been, and it's kind of funny that the first Carnival Cruises went to those places, and I feel like I've missed out, and so I really want to go. Um, I want to hit places. I want to do things a little different too. I don't want to just be in the Caribbean. I want to do the Panama Canal. I want to
I would
do
like to do that. Yeah.
Alaska. I want to go to
The,
Europe. I want to go to freaking Australia. I don't care. Hawaii. Give
I
it to
want
me.
to do all the stuff that Zach talked about,
Exactly. Yeah.
only not have to work.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
no, I
just
think,
just a cruise in general,
yeah. I think next on my kind of cruising bucket list is the Panama Canal. That's a little bit more doable where we are here, and
Yeah.
I think
You will need a passport for that one
that's fine with me.
because you start off at one port and get off at a different. So
Yeah. Well, some of them are extra long and go through and then come back.
True.
There was one that I was looking at that was on the website that it was it was shorter and it started and ended in the same port, and I was just kind of questioning how it did what it did, but I don't know. But yeah, no, that is extremely interesting to me, having gone through all those geography lessons about the
How
Panama
it
Canal.
works, how the Panama Canal works.
The
different
locks and
locks
channels and all that and everything going on. So all that real useful information school gave me, I want to go see it. So
I sense a lot
that.
of I sense some sarcasm there.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, this week I also struggled through my taxes. I wish they taught me that. I really did too. Every time I do my taxes, I'm like, do. Hope I don't go to jail. La da 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 da. This looks okay.
That's why I have H&R Block do mine.
Yeah, more power to you, man. So, well,
but on a personal note, we here at Carnival Cruising Podcast Ways do send our thoughts and prayers to the family of the woman who lost her life on the Valor earlier last week.
Yes.
So
no matter what happened or all that, we don't care. It's sucky when someone loses their life during a family vacation. That's just a awful situation there.
Very.
So, on that incredibly upbeat note, we would like to wish you guys an incredible week. We know how to close out a show.
Yeah, we do.
So, if you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you check us out on our Facebook page over at Facebook, and you just search Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. It's we got a Facebook group and a page. Like them both. We post content on both, and as long as Mr. Kennedy remembers to post his end. If you have any suggestions of topics, questions, anything like that, just let us know. Send us a message. We would love to hear from you. Yeah, we're pretty much open books here, so we will discuss whatever as long as it's cruising related. Don't ask me if your dog's cute.
Yeah. All right. So just remember, anything that happens on the boat stays on YouTube. Bye.
See ya.